Whenever you sit down to write or create an info product, it could be a video, it could be an audio, it could be a book. What do you think of is 200 pages? You think of 1 hour, you think big, because that's what you were told to do, right? You were told to think big, and you don't have to think big. The biggest secret of info products is to think small, or rather think tiny, think really tiny. Because here's the problem with info products. If you start to create a big product, immediately you get frozen. You don't know what to do. You're thinking, how do I do this? How? And the way to write something is to get started. So start creating tiny info products. And this is what we did. Several years ago, when we first started out, we wrote an article. It was an article about headlines. It was about 3 elements that you need to have that create great headlines. Now, that article was read by a lot of people, so we took that article and we made it into a report. And that became the headline report. That report has been read by tens of thousands of people. That report has led to tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, because that's your starting point. So what's this tiny info product doing for you? This tiny info product is now creating that entry point. Because it's tiny, it's easy to consume. If it were big, if it were 50 pages or 70 pages or 200 pages, or if the video was, say, an hour long, people would get down to it. Someday they would listen to it. But if it's tiny, they say, well, I've got 15 minutes or I've got 3 minutes. And they listen to it, they watch it, they read it, and now you've got that consumption happening. Once you've got that consumption happening, people will come back for more. So your customers will come back for more and more and more. And this is the secret of info products. Once you want to create an info product and you decide, hey, I'm going to create an info product, don't think big, think tiny. Because tiny will get you started and will get the customer started. And that's the little advice that you have today. Tiny bit of advice. So that's me, Sean D'Souza, saying bye for now. Bye-bye.